Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 2-0 victory against Aberdeen in the Premiership today. Outstanding performance. This is the kind of performance we were expecting from Rangers every single time we play against Aberdeen, and we really put Aberdeen back in their box again today. First time we've beaten them in Glasgow this season apparently, and we just dominated really from start to finish. Never gave Aberdeen a look in whatsoever, and you know, it goes to show sometimes comments before the game can really work to your advantage. Obviously Gerrard said before the game that Aberdeen really only turn up to play against Rangers. That spurred McInnes to come out and try and defend his Aberdeen team, and we really just put them in their box the way where they belong today. We were fantastic. First 25 minutes we were dominating them. We were working the ball into their box, and we were just not getting really anything going, unfortunately. Not putting their keeper under a lot of pressure. However, from really that 20-25 minute mark onwards, we were just outstanding. I felt some of the play we were playing was unbeatable. We were passing the ball around well, and we were hitting shots. We were trying different things. There was maybe again a wee bit concern in that first half where we were not putting their keeper under that much pressure. We were doing everything perfectly up until that final bit, which again has been a feature throughout our season. However, there seemed to be a wee bit different for me in that team, where we weren't allowing Aberdeen to play at all, and we were just relentless. We were chasing every single ball. Anytime we lost the ball, we were getting it back instantly. We were brilliant. Into the second half, we just kept up that pace, and straight away we got a penalty in the 47th minute. Katic was brought down in the box. Ferguson and Defoe were tussling. Katic done well to get in front of the two players, and I think it was again Ferguson ended up standing on the foot of Katic, and quite rightly a penalty was given, despite what Andy Walker may have said. Now, I was listening to the RTV stream of the commentary, but from what I've heard, Andy Walker was spewing once again. But that guy's a bit of a wee prick, so I'm not going to take much of what he says, but up steps Tavernier and converts it coolly, cool as you like. Brilliant penalty, and from there we just continued on. Aberdeen really only had a couple of fleeting chances throughout the game, never mind the second half, but they were nothing to be really concerned about. I think Goldson got the sponsors man of the match, but I'm not too sure why, because not that he'd done anything wrong and he was bad, just I felt that we cancelled out Aberdeen even before the defence had to do anything of note. Anything Aberdeen did get through was coolly mopped up by the defence, and apparently we've only conceded 7 goals at Ibrox all season, which is incredible considering how leaky we were last year, especially at Ibrox. So anyway, we kept on plugging on. There was some absolutely lovely moves, none more so than in the 63rd minute, an absolute incredible move through the middle and then down the right hand side. The ball was worked into the centre, where Defoe threads an absolutely fantastic ball to Tavernier, who dinks it past the keeper, but it was ruled offside because Tavernier's hand was offside. His body and his feet were clearly onside and in line, if anything, and his hand was in an offside position. So I think they've changed the rule this year where it's any part of the body that needs to be offside. But it was an incredible move all round, and really unlucky. We should have went 2-0 up at that point. And then we get a penalty on the 72nd minute. The corner came in from the left hand side, and there was a forearm to the face of Katic, and it was a red card for Considine, I think it was. That was his second yellow card offence. Maybe a wee bit soft, yeah. I think he knew he was there, and whether there was any intent in the flailing forearm there, I'm not too sure. But regardless of what Andy Walker and anybody else thinks, a soft penalty is still a penalty. If there's contact there, which there was, and nobody can dispute that, then the rules state, which we're constantly told you need to go by the rules, it deems it's a penalty. So it's a penalty for me all day. And again, up steps Tavernier, and cool as you like, he converts his second penalty of the day to make it 2-0. The only thing I can really fault the team in is the fact that it was 2 penalties we scored in. Regardless of that offside decision, I would have liked to score at least 1 goal through open play, but it was 2-0, and I really don't care. We got the 3 points. That's confirmed second place now by quite a convincing margin. Now I think the gap's 11 points or 12 points, but from between us and Aberdeen, can't fault us for that at all. That was arguably the goal for this season. The league is ultimately gone. Celtic, the gap's 9 points, and there's 9 points left to play for, so Celtic really just need a point out of this. But ultimately that was the key thing this year, to try and close the gap as much as we can, and to an extent we've done that. We're playing the next game next Sunday, which is a 3:30 kickoff, a bit of a strange time again. I'm not too sure where Celtic play, but I really don't care, to be honest. It's all about us, and that's the way it should be. So I don't think we'll have a main podcast out this week, but we'll certainly have one after the Hibs game. So as ever, if you want to check us out, you can find all the information about us on our website, which is ireadypodcast.wordpress.com, where you can find things like our post-match podcasts like this one, and our social media pages, Twitter, Facebook, etc. there. So all I can say is thanks for listening, and goodbye.